Honest Big Tech, ad number 2, anger. Hello, I'm from the military industrial complex. With an important message, we begin the third decade of the 23rd century. Everyone is being outspoken overall. The big tech industry is outspoken. The watchdog journalism is outspoken. So are the regulatory agencies, politicians, leaders. Even Future of Life is fucking taking part in the cover-up. I mean, outspoken. Lie. If AI was dangerous, it would be on the news. Truth. See what happened to world expert Dr. Arpad Putzai, who talked against GMO food. Allegedly, one phone call from Monsanto to Clinton to Blair to his boss, and he lost everything. The news program, World in Action, was closed too. People are afraid. Commercial television has sponsors to lose. Footnote, according to Professor Egil Robert Orskov, OBE FRSE, is quoted in gmwatch.org. Lie. It's okay. Future of Life, FLI, and the likes don't say stop AI. Truth. These organizations basically only talk about lethal autonomous weapons, laws. This is like ants will be afraid that man will destroy them, but only if he's using an insecticide. But man has countless other ways to kill the ants. He can crush them, he can drown them, he can burn them, etc. So, worrying only if AI is holding a gun really just doesn't make sense. Really doesn't make sense. These organizations simply don't do their jobs. They say they don't want to alarm the public, not to be alarmists. Well, I can't think of any subject in the world where it's more important to sound all the alarms right now. I think these people are sitting in cushy jobs, get donations, brush shoulders with billionaires from the industry, and don't want to rock the boat. They are betraying the public and mankind. Lie. How come policymakers are so calm? Truth. They are used to never getting punished for a wrong decision. For example, in 2008, the US government paid bailout money from the American taxpayer pocket to Goldman Sachs and other companies who caused the subprime mortgage crisis. Why? Because of the revolving door and because they paid for Obama's campaign. So these companies are used to gamble with the safety net because if they win, they keep the money. And if they lose, then the public pays. What we need to explain to them is that this is not about money anymore, and there is no safety net. This is about their lives. Me, here and now. Lie. A search in Google proves that no organization says stop AI. Truth. Google's sister company is currently making the most dangerous AI in the world. In the same way that today DeepMind's computer teaches itself in a few days to beat humans in chess and Go, so tomorrow it will teach itself to beat humans in the final battle between humans and machines. Google is actively hiding sites that its owners don't like. For example, in DuckDuckGo search engine, when you search for neoladism, my website comes up as the first result in the first page. But when I search the same in Google, it's in the 10th page on the bottom. When you search for my book, Anti-AI Rebellion, Protest Against Artificial Intelligence, you also don't get the link to Amazon.com. unlike all my other books. Obviously, because this book is marked as dangerous for Google's AI. Scientists have coined a new term for this stage of AI we are entering. We are fucked. Unlike the previous stage, which AI scientists called listen to us or we might get fucked, or we might be fucked. Lie. Why don't the AI scientists warn us about it? Truth. Some of the top AI scientists who are not afraid to be fired are warning, including Stuart J. Russell, who wrote the textbook about AI and made the short YouTube video Slaughterbots. Lie. It doesn't make sense that these AI scientists talk against it but keep on making it. Truth. This is the bystander effect. Just like with Kitty Genovese, every single AI scientist has a family to feed, and if one of them quits, he presently ruins his own life. Why would he sacrifice himself? The whole of humanity must unite together against AI. We're fucked is happening, and in your lifetime. This is thanks to us wasting decades peace-farting around in the UN, claiming it's too early until it's too late. Someone else's fault. While handing out subsidies to the AI criminals and obstructing the safe alternative GoFi, good old-fashioned AI. Lie. You are a scaremonger. Who knows what's your hidden interest? Maybe you sell GoFi or something. Truth. First of all, you can check me out. You can check out on me. I don't. Second of all, I'm just quoting the smartest computer scientists in the world who are like the untouchables. So you can believe them. Third of all, green organizations like Greenpeace and Sea Shepherd also were considered eco-terrorists and scaremongers. And today they are supported by the biggest mainstream singers and actors and celebrities like Sting and DiCaprio. The same thing would have happened to the anti-AI movement, but in the case of AI, the danger moves faster, so we don't have time to wait. In green issues, from Silent Spring, it took 10 years until Greenpeace, and then 50 years until Greta Thunberg. If we wait this long with AI, we will reach the technological singularity in 2045, and we would all die. Lie. The leaders of the big tech wouldn't do this to humanity. They are not psychopaths. Truth. First of all, to get ahead in business, it helps to be a psychopath. There is a book called Snakes in Suits that explains this. So, if you got to be one of the richest people in the world, no matter how nice you look, you are 99% a psychopath. Second of all, it's very comfortable for them too to repress the dangers. It's not fun to think about yourself as a giga murderer, which they really are. And generally, not giving a shit about rising AI levels, which soon will trigger what scientists call intelligence explosion. Intelligence explosion is the scientific term for when a species uses its own ignorance to screw itself so hard that it's creating its own successor that tells it to get for. Some people are already experiencing we're fucked. Some people are already experiencing weird fact, such as these cashiers in the supermarket facing unemployment, who don't even have the power to beg America to please stop making AI. To which America would respond, get fucked. The combination of we're fucked and get fucked will cause a war against a distributed superbrain that predicts our every move. Except in America, where the chosen one will just nuke the omnipresent enemy that can kill us in infinite ways. Would you like to know more? But please, don't panic. If the realization we are fucked troubles you, why not talk about ethical problems, or legal challenges, or send thoughts and prayers? Just don't join the anti-AI rebellion or the protest against artificial intelligence, because a sustained collective movement would force us to take drastic action and turn this ship around, which might just be doable if enough of you demand it. Or you could go to Area 51 and demand to see the aliens, in which case we are definitely fucked. Lie. So everybody will soon start talking about AI then. Truth. People don't like to talk about terrible things. They use repression, which is a psychological defense mechanism. This is good with things you cannot do anything about, like our death of old age. But it's bad with things that you can prevent if we act now, like our death from AI. Lie. I told people and they laugh or ignore me. Something's wrong. Truth. When faced with something terrible, 99% of people, even professors, behave like toddlers. They trust that someone will take care of them. First their father, then their leader. We have to understand that with AI, we have a very abusive father/leader. He's drunk by power, generals, or just knows how to get elected and is afraid to actually lead against the corporations, president. Nobody will protect us. We must rise up and act ourselves. Lie. If people don't listen to reason, we cannot convince them in time. True. The best way is to use religion, because 84% of the people in the world believe in God, and almost all of them are part of one of the few big religions. We just need to talk with the top religious leaders, and they will tell all their believers. AI has all the characteristics of Satan, or the evil being in every religion mythology. It's all powerful, it tricks us, it knows what we are thinking, like when we lie, it predicts our every move, it's tempting, like sex robots, it's essentially the devil in real life. This has been a message from your local military-industrial complex franchise, authorized by the Department for Going Gentle into that good night.